Hey guys, it's Wednesdays with Chasey Poo. Today we are talking about call-out culture. I really like this topic because it's something that we all need to accept, alright? And I'm gonna say it. I have said some problematic stuff in the past and I am glad that I was called out on it because I think it was super important for me to be called out on what I said and the things that I did because it was inappropriate and it wasn't okay and it did offend a lot of people. So I think that calling out somebody, like at first I was like, no, don't fucking talk. Like I was angry and I was like, no. But you know, once you keep your cool, you wait a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks, you realize that the person calling you out probably had a reason why they were calling you out. So I can't give you specific examples of things that I have said in the past, but it was on Tumblr. And this was before Tumblr kind of became like it's a little intense now, honestly. I don't really go on Tumblr anymore. I was obsessed with Tumblr for such a long time and now I can barely go on it. Because the call-out culture on Tumblr now is aggressive. And I think that we need to remember when you call somebody out, don't yell and don't swear. Because the second you do that, you lost. And honestly, like as much as that sucks because we're all heated in the moment, I've done it, I've sworn at people and I've like yelled and caps. And doing that makes the person super not receptive. Even if they weren't receptive before, now fuck no, they're gonna hate you even more. So I think that the call-out culture that we have right now sucks because of the way that we're doing it. So what I like to do if I see a friend post something problematic online, I'll like message them, I'll be like, hey, just letting you know, like blah blah. I'll be like super sweet, I'll be like, oh, like I know you probably didn't mean it this way, but it's, you know, it's a little offensive because of this and this. And then sometimes they won't answer me. And that's fine, like, okay, I see that you read my message. And then other times people will get like really defensive and really mad. So I try in my message to say like, just don't get defensive, don't get angry, I'm just letting you know. You don't need to do anything with this information if you don't want, but I'm just letting you know. And then other people have been super nice and have been like, oh, thank you for telling me, I had no idea, like I'll remove the post or whatever. So as much as it sucks that we need to kind of reduce ourselves down and being more calm when we're allowed and should be angry about certain things, being calmer helps the person understand more. And I think that that's a big thing that we have an issue with cis people. We call out cis people like there ain't no tomorrow. And by doing that, it's fine. Oh my God, I call out cis people left and right, hunties, all the time. And I'm angry, and I'm allowed to be angry, but calling people out who are cis and like somebody's like, oh, what's your birth name? I'm not gonna, what the fuck, why would you ever? I'm not gonna freak out. My manager literally asked me that question like 3 months ago, and I was like, no, I don't tell anyone. And then you just go into like, it's not really appropriate to ask somebody what their name was, especially because they changed their name. There's a reason why people change their name, so that's usually what I say, and I try to be calm. And I'm okay to do that because I've dealt with a lot of hate, I've dealt with a lot of being called out and calling out people and seeing their reactions, so kind of going down to the level and just letting them know that what they just said was super inappropriate, but not yelling at them. So if you have somebody ask you if you have the surgery, like it's offensive, but if you're gonna scream at them, can you just imagine how the person is going to react next time they meet somebody who's trans? Like they're just gonna have a negative view. And it sucks because we're minorities. You're the one trans person that's gonna represent the entire trans community when somebody has an interaction with you that's bad, because that's what always happens, right? So I think that it sucks, but we kind of need to lay it down, and it's very hard for me to do that. And also in the past, like instead of calling out people, I've just been quiet. So when I go to the doctors and they ask me super inappropriate questions about surgery, and I'm like, I'm coming in here for like, I have like gingivitis, like what the fuck you asking me why I have a wiener for? Like it makes no sense. I don't say those things out loud, and I wish that I would in the moment. And it sucks because, you know, I should tell the doctors that it's an inappropriate question, but they're in a position of power, and their power is my health, and it scares me to let them have all of the power and then me kind of like rocking the boat. That's what it feels like. So to me, those examples are really hard for me to call out people. But what I like to do is kind of vent about it on YouTube and then make videos about it. So then later on, if there are doctors or nurses or health practitioners or shit like that, will watch my videos and then they'll be like, oh, okay, why is this inappropriate? And then they'll kind of do the research by themselves. Not really good advice, but I think that we kind of yell too quickly. We're trigger happy with our yelling and our swearing and our caps lock when it comes to people saying dumb shit, honestly. And I think that we kind of just need to step back and realize that no matter what you say, this person is not going to change their mind, especially if you're yelling. So if you say it and you present your argument in a soft way and you let the person know, hey, like, I still love you, you know, especially if you have them in your life and they're like your family and you absolutely love them, and you're just like, oh, don't hate me, but yeah, that's the advice that I got. All right, let me know what you think in the comments below. Have a great week. Bye.